That's the easiest way. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. This Birds of a Feather podcast with your boy Q City.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
And this is the betting pod for week 5. I'm going to get hit. I left my ring on the counter. Anyway. anyway.
Tangled and scandalous for all the hoochies in the comments.
Man, yo, I was washing dishes, bro. So repeat of last week. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's late. She don't stay up and watch the stream anyway. She catch it the next day. By then, the ring will be on, so it's fine.
Sure.
Betting pod. So this is the betting pod week 5. First things first, we're gonna go over last week. I'm pretty excited because I was 3-12 coming into last week. All right, and I have a saying, man. Like, you ain't got to stop betting. You just ain't made the right prop yet. That's all it is, right? Is that signs of a problem? Most likely. But it worked out this week. It worked out this week greatly. So getting into it first. Yeah, no, it's terrible advice. You probably shouldn't do it. But first getting into it, came into the week 3-12. Minnesota at Pittsburgh. I had Pittsburgh money line. New Orleans at Buffalo. I took New Orleans plus 15.5. Super cash. Chicago at Las Vegas. I took Chicago money line. We were on opposite sides of the Chargers and Giants. Not really on the opposite sides. I thought the Chargers would win, but I put New York plus 6. They won outright. The only one I was off was the people I bet on every single week. Houston. And I did Tennessee plus 7. And for a good bit of that game, it looked like they was going to cash because it was 6-0 for going into the fourth quarter. And then, you know, that game ended 26-0. And to keep it a buck, they ass. But, like, man, there was no reason they got out of hand like that close to the end. But 4-1 week leaves me at 7-13. I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's a terrible record. Trust me. It was worse. And I'm on the uptick, right? So like 7-13 on my game picks. They're pretty excited about this last week. As for you, Taj, came into the week 6-9. Had a 2-2-1 week. Your 2 wins, New Orleans at Buffalo. You took just Buffalo money line on that one. I don't think it was any thought that Buffalo would lose that game. I thought 15.5 was disrespectful. And then Denver at Cincy, you called that one a mile away, Denver money line. Your 2 losses on the week were you had the Chargers money line and Baltimore money line. And then Green Bay and Dallas was a push. So, you know, it's a little tough luck on the Green Bay Dallas because you had Dallas money line and like good bit of that game. It looked like they were going to catch. To be honest with you, with them being at home, I don't know how a second was left on the clock when Jordan threw it out the back of the end zone. But yeah, man, pretty good week. So you in the week at 8-11-1. It's not bad. It's not bad. You definitely we on the uptick, bro. We coming back up.
I mean, someone's got a little further to go, but yeah.
I'm 1 game behind you. All right, like calm down.
What'd you say?
I'm 1 game.
What's the last part? What's the last 2 words?
It's one game.
No, the last 2 words. No, I said the first 2. I said the last 2.
Man, all right. Anyway, Taj 8-11-1 on the season. All logic, no emotion. What's up? Welcome to the chat, man. And then myself 7-13. So then getting into our Falcons picks, our prop bets for the week. This is where we really, really hit it hard. Both we took Atlanta money line. That was, you know, pretty much a given. The spread was 1.5, but you know, we both have faith that Atlanta was going to pull that through. But me, when it comes to the picks, I had Bijan anytime touchdown, London anytime touchdown, Penix more than 210 pass yards, Pitts more than 40 receiving yards, and then Washington with the longest field goal of 5-0 week when it came to the prop bets. Super excited about that. That moved me from 6-9 to 11-9 on my prop bet record for the year. Taj, my man, you came into the week 5-10, and had a very similar week. Bijan anytime touchdown, Pitts over 37.5, Penix over 226 yards passing, and then Gay with the 1.5 field goal he cashed for you at the end of the game when they were trying to play the numbers to get the onside kick. Y'all cooked on the win-loss rate. Look, man, hey, stay with us for the season. Stay with it because it always looked like this early. It always looked like this early. If you was with us, I don't know how many long-time listeners we have, but y'all listen throughout the whole course of the season. Hey, we done made money both years. We done made money both years. You feel me? So like, hey, look, it's a little rough. It's the first couple weeks. You always gonna get it'll be a little weird starting off. The only one you missed was Mooney at 44.5 receiving yards. And we talked about
there. If he had functioning hands, it would have worked.
Yeah, like we talked about it on the pod. Like he's really struggling. And I don't know how many more props it might be for him moving forward because Casey might take that spot, right?
Casey take his back.
Moving on.
Before he take Mooney's.
Moving into week 5, we did decide to go ahead and kind of switch it up, give a little give a fresh face to what we do on the linked out. Whoa. All right, I'm back. You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Obviously still going to keep our record for the year, right? We'll give 3 picks. We'll give our confidence pick, which we'll call lock of the week, and then we're required to pick an upset. The requirements for upset is it has to be at least a 5-point spread one way or the other. We'll do this all throughout the season, and then playoffs will have a different record. So going in, my 3 picks for the week: Minnesota at Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland plus 4.5. I absolutely think that Minnesota is a terrible team. Yes, they got the benefit of staying over there an extra week, right? But Cleveland's got the new quarterback bump. Cleveland's defense is amazing, and Minnesota's offense has shown to sputter. Like they end up scoring, 18 points in the last 9 or 10 minutes of the game last week. It was real garbage time stuff. Cleveland's offense is despicable as well. I think it's going to be a defensive struggle, which is why I think that game can stay within 5 points. My second pick, Kansas City at Jacksonville. They're giving me 4 points with Kansas City. I think Kansas City is going to win that game outright. So I'm going KC. Jacksonville is falling into what we fell into about 2 years ago. And you called it on the nail on the head, is that Jacksonville has incredible turnover luck right now. Incredible. Like all of last year, I think they had less than 10 turnovers. They're already at 13. That's through 4 games. That's bananas. And they've played not a murderer's row of quarterbacks. So with that being the case, I think Pat finna come and light them up. I'm definitely confident in that one. So KC at Jacksonville, getting the 3.5 points, I'm taking that. And then we're on opposite sides of Miami and Carolina because Miami's going to Carolina. I got Miami money line on that one. So, Taj, your 3 picks, holla at me. You got Houston at Baltimore, Houston money line. What you see in there?
No Lamar, and the defense been bad. So maybe Houston could finally get off the snide.
And what would that be? 2 and 3 for them? That'd be huge.
Yeah.
When the line opened, Houston at Baltimore, I think it was Baltimore -5. It's moved. It immediately moved when Lamar was out to like Houston -3, and now I think it's like Houston -1.5.
Yeah.
So basically, Lamar was worth like 10 points, and I'm like, that's not crazy. That's not a crazy statement. Um, Washington at LA, the Chargers. Um, welcome to the chat, Tyler. I promise they don't. I promise they don't, man. We'll see in a sec. But you got Washington at the Chargers, right? You telling Washington money line. What you seeing on that one?
Jaden Daniels coming back. They getting healthier, and I think they are. I think they're a good team. The offense is going to run a little better with Jaden, and they're going to be able to do. They can do similar things on Mariota, but it's not the same. So they'll be able to get in their bag, offensively.
And then even you, so you're not worried about the cross country trip because I'm thinking that had to do with your lock of the week.
No. I'm like me personally, I don't put as much weight into that. I'm not saying it don't matter. It don't factor as much to me. A good team is a good team, regardless of where they at.
I got you, and Chargers should be mad coming off a loss, but Washington's going to get that bump from having their quarterback back. So, Miami at Carolina, you got Carolina money line. We're on opposite sides of this one, so holla at me. What you thinking there?
They both bad teams, so I just went with the home team.
So for me, they're both bad teams with coaches who are on the hotbed death note.
I don't think Canales is really on the hot seat. This is his second year, but oh boy,
yeah. And so for me, I just went with who I perceive to be the better quarterback. I perceive Tua to be better, right?
Man, they're the same quarterback to me, but yeah, I mean Tua got more experience.
But it's not a crazy concept, and I think overall, even with Tyreek out, the Dolphins may have slightly better weapons. But yeah, both teams have been beat down this year. Both teams have had a blown out loss this year. We're splitting hairs, right? So we just on opposite sides of that one. All right, so lock of the week. This is funny because my lock of the week goes into your upset, but my lock of the week is Buffalo at New England. I don't think Buffalo loses that game under any circumstance. They've been flirting with a loss for the past couple weeks, but that's what makes me think they're going to lock in versus a divisional opponent. Yes, they got to play at New England, but that's a very short travel from Buffalo. It's dang near a home game. I think it's going to be turned. Josh Allen owns the Pats time and again. So that's my lock of the week.
Actually at Buffalo.
Is that Buffalo?
Yeah.
Even more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, even more. Buffalo money line. Your lock of the week, Tampa Bay at Seattle. What you seeing there?
I think Seattle is a better team. I think Tampa is a great team. But Seattle, I think Seattle got something to them. Can't really put my finger on it yet, but like, and plus Sam Darnold is showing that he ain't just Minnesota made because he's still balling.
He is very much so. Gino might be showing that the only place he was good was Seattle because Jesus Christ, he looks terrible in Las Vegas right now. So could it be that Seattle has a good infrastructure and good pieces around, and Darnold has shown that he can thrive in that type of environment?
I mean, it is also a new offense.
Oh God.
Oh Lord, we're back. And we back. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Nothing to see here.
Seattle's defense has been top tier though. They past couple years, they've really been balling. This year, have they allowed more than 20 points in a game? I don't think so.
Let's take a quick Let's take a quick look. Yeah, they've only allowed 20.
Yeah, they are. Like they're up there. They got to be one of the best in the league this year.
That defense is very good.
Now my upset of the week, just strictly based off the quote. I'm going Tennessee at Arizona. I think Tennessee wins it.
Because Cam Ward has.
Yeah. That's really it.
And
Like, there's nothing. There's no type of football analysis that really says Tennessee is going to beat Arizona. One, they're playing at Arizona. It's not cross country, but it is pretty much. It is a good bit of travel.
Man, cross country shit.
Yeah, nobody in Tennessee can hold on to the ball, and so that's going to be fun. Arizona played pathetically and almost won that game versus last Thursday night. They're coming off 10 days of rest. Everything says that Arizona, and they're at home, everything says Arizona should win this game. I'm going Tennessee. It's more than 5 points. When I looked at the other two, it was Detroit versus somebody. And that was a 10-point spread, but I was like, that was necessary. And then it was the Colts versus the Raiders, and I don't see the Raiders beating the Colts. Not how they're playing right now. Now, granted, Daniel Jones is due for a pumpkin game. He's due for it to hit midnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's due, but I don't see it happening against the Raiders.
I feel like he damn near just had one.
He might have. Jonathan Taylor.
Because he threw two picks in the game versus the Rams. Then they lost.
One
touchdown, 2 picks.
The Raiders have been horrifically bad this year. And granted, I don't know if their defense is that bad or they're just being put in terrible situations because Geno just forgot how to play quarterback. Yeah, I think Raiders might be one of the worst teams in the league. Now, granted, they were able to move the ball versus the Bears, but the Bears have allowed almost everybody to move the ball against them.
I don't feel like the Raiders have been that bad. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't feel like they've been that bad.
So when they play Carolina, when the week we played Carolina, how much did they allow to Washington's backups, who we just trunched just now?
I mean, yes. Yes, they scored 41 points. Yes, I'm not negating that, but I still don't think they're that bad.
He threw 3 picks this last week against the Bears, who have kind of let everybody run track and field on them. I do not think the Raiders are a good team. That's why that +7 as the line makes a lot of sense.
Well, we shall see.
Now, your lock of the week, you got New England money line in that New England Buffalo game. What are you seeing there?
I think New England, the gap between New England and Buffalo is not as big as people think it is. Buffalo's a good team, but I also think New England is much better than people give them credit for. They play disciplined football. Drake May's playing good ball. The defense is good. Yes, they only got like 2 wins.
They're 2-2.
Yeah, but I still feel good about that team. And I feel like the Bills might be frauds. Yeah, they beat the Ravens, but the Ravens look like they may be frauds too.
We talked about it on the pod. That 4-0 record might be a little fugazi, might be a little bit. The only thing that worries me about the Buffalo-New England game, right, is why I put it as my lock of the week, is that in a shootout, who's going to make more mistakes? I put it on Drake May. Like, if both these guys come out swinging, right, high-powered offenses putting a lot of points on the board. because like New England, of course, is skewed because of the 42-6 beat down last week, but like, or 42-13 beat down last week, but like they've been in 30 plus point games. With that being the case, do I expect him? Who do I expect to make the big mistake? Right? Who do I expect is going to cost their team? Drake May over Josh Allen, right? And Josh Allen has done it in the past. I'm not going to absolve him from that. But just like when I stack those two up against each other, if the winner is good, if this is going to be a 35-31 game and the winner is going to have to be responsible for four plus touchdowns, who do I trust to make the least amount of turnovers? It'd be Josh Allen.
Mr. Turnover himself?
I mean, Drake May ain't far behind him, bro. And he's younger. And Josh Allen has cleaned up the turnover significantly over the past 2 years. Because you remember, me and you had a whole drag down argument talking about how it was disrespectful comparing him to Brett Favre because of how prolific Brett Favre was. I'm on the other side of that now.
Yeah, you was wrong.
Yeah, I was not wrong. When we said it wasn't wrong. When we had the conversation, I wasn't wrong.
You was wrong, and hey, look, it's okay.
Brett Favre is a 3-time MVP, bro.
Okay,
3-time
cool.
MVP
good
and a Super Bowl champ.
Good for you.
And a Super Bowl champ. And the amount of years he was putting up compared to his contemporaries, far and away better yards, is Josh Allen to his contemporaries is not what Brett Favre was to his contemporaries in his time.
Do you know what Brett Favre was? Do you know what Brett Favre was to his contemporaries? The turnover guy. That's why he has the history league. He owns that record in turnovers. He owns it.
He was like 37-20. Nobody was seeing that.
He owns the record for turnovers.
Does he?
Yes.
Sure, Brady.
He has the most interceptions in NFL history.
He might still have it. I mean, he did play for a long time. He put the ball in harm's way a lot, but there was a stretch of time where by far he was the best player in the league.
I don't agree with that, but hey, that's your story. That's your story to tell.
My man, look at who voted and how they voted.
I don't see. Here's the beautiful thing about these votes. We see now Josh Allen didn't deserve that vote. Everyone knows this should have been Lamar Jackson. I don't trust these voters because the votes don't mean shit to me. Because a lot of people they didn't give it to Lamar because they were. I mean, does he really need it again? Even though Lamar was clearly the better player last year.
Yeah, but I mean, by that logic, I'm not gonna lie. CMC or Brock Purdy could have took the year before, right? Lamar had like the lowest.
The thing is about that year is no one really stood out that year.
Yeah, he had the lowest touchdown total since I think Steve McNair.
So it's like, I mean, no one else. So, I mean, give it to the guy that had the best record. Last year, Lamar was just on a different level, and they didn't give it to him because, Lamar cleared him.
But you can't say Josh's year. You can't say Josh's year was not an MVP level.
It just wasn't Lamar. It just wasn't Lamar's.
All right, cool.
Lamar threw 40. Lamar threw 4,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, and only 4 picks.
Those type of conversations weren't happening when Brett Favre won his MVPs.
But Brett Favre was also throwing hella picks.
I mean, hey, look, make an omelet. You gotta break some eggs sometime, bro. No. That's just how it is. No. That's how it is sometime, man.
No.
I think a good bit of what he's viewed as hindsight, a little bit of a gunslinger. He has that arm arrogance that you was talking about, but like, bro, he was good. He was a hell of a player.
Bro, Brett Favre threw under single-digit interceptions one time in his career.
Okay.
Oh, my bad, 2. Except for the year he was in Atlanta. When we played, 2 games?
Oh, no. I think, he still had like 6 picks.
No, he had 2 picks.
He only had 2. He didn't play a lot. Yeah.
He only had 4 passes and threw 2 picks.
Yeah, 50%. 50%.
In his career, this man has averaged. You can say he averages about 17 picks a season.
Nah, not that many.
Look it up.
Not that many.
1992, 13 picks. 1993, 24 picks. 1994, 14 picks. 1995, 13 picks. 13
no. 64. Go ahead.
16 picks. 23 picks. 23 again. 16. 15. 16 again. 21. 17.
Hold on.
29.
Hold on. No. 17. All right, 29.
18. 15.
Okay.
22. 7 and 19.
It's like 16.8 or something. It's like 17. It's like 17. But he was the all-time touchdown leader. He was the all-time touchdown leader.
Yeah, but he's Jameis Winston.
No.
He
No.
Bro.
Jameis, Far more prolific.
Sure, because he got more time. If Brett Favre playing today, he would have got benched.
They were winning a lot.
Because the team was good. It wasn't because of him.
It was because of him. It was directly because of him. Yeah.
It wasn't though. But he had some good seasons in here, but he also had a Hall of Fame receiver in Sterling Sharp. Hall of Famer. Very good.
Now, okay. Now hold on. He's a Hall of Famer.
He had one of the best offensive play callers. He had a young Andy Reid help. That was the quarterback coach.
So we about to revisionist history at this point.
Andy Reid the GOAT.
I give you that because I do have high respect for Andy. And Mike Holmgren was on that staff. And Jay Gruden was on that staff. And guess what? He got them all jobs. That's part of being a good quarterback.
Did he get them jobs or did they make him look better?
I mean,
because sometimes as a coach, you got to cover up with your. Because the thing is, the proof is you can hyper focus on that, but the thing is, he's prolific, but he's also throwing in the air where they weren't throwing like that.
Which is true. Which made him far and away the best compared to his contemporaries.
It don't make him the best. It just means he just threw the ball more because he turned the ball over a fuck ton.
He did throw it. He threw a lot of picks. I'm never gonna take that away. Threw a lot of picks, but he was highly productive. And I'm not even a super. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, bro. Like, I think Warren Moon was better than him. I think if he had much more time, Steve McNair would have been better than him. I'm not saying Brett Favre.
Steve McNair was better,
huh?
Steve
McNair. Now he didn't have.
When you said Steve, I heard Young and not McNair.
No. Steve Young was better than him. Steve Young was far more accurate. But Steve Young had a lot of Brock Purdy compared to maybe Jalen Hurts in terms of raw numbers, right? So like Steve Young, even though he had really high yardage totals, didn't necessarily have a whole bunch of touchdowns thrown every single year.
So like, if we being real, look, Brett Favre wasn't fucking with Dan Marino.
What are we talking about?
At all.
What are we talking about? Dan Marino's in a different class. Dan Marino's in a different class. They were playing around
the same time.
Dan Marino retired in 99. Brett Favre retired in 09. What are we talking about?
Because he played fucking 20 years.
What year wasn't Marino drafted in 83? And then Favre didn't even start a game until 94? 10 years in his. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Let's take a look.
Y'all, this is a betting pod, and I'm so sorry.
It is a betting pod. But hey, we ain't got no Falcons props this week, so we gonna deviate a little bit. It's all right.
And you want to know what's crazy? I think we had this argument during the bye week last year as well.
We might have.
I want to say it was during the bye week last year as well.
Yeah, Marino was throwing them damn picks too. God damn.
Yeah, but
God damn.
What do you know him for? That 50 touchdown year, the second year in the league, or it wasn't 50? Was it 46? 47, 48. Yeah.
48,
He had
30,
like
44,
he had like 22 picks that year, right?
17. The
Shit
44,
happens,
he
bro.
had 23.
Shit
Good God,
happens.
these motherfuckers was turning that fucking peel over.
We have become desensitized, or we have become ultra sensitive to interceptions. Motherfuckers, you should throw them bitches.
I mean, you should, but God damn, my bad. Shit.
And I still put Marino in a whole separate class. Like Marino,
Honestly, looking at this,
I mean, but that's what happens if you just look at stats. Like if you really look at it, Marino, Peyton, I'll probably say Marino, Peyton, Elway are kind of in the same class to me, right? Like Marino didn't win as much as
Elway wasn't even in the fucking with Dan Marino. He had good teams, but like, damn, these motherfuckers was turning that fucking pill over.
No, so here's my thing, bro. Elway gets the benefit of the doubt because of how much his team won. Elway won at a high rate.
This is the thing that I hate, right? You can have two quarterbacks that are very good, probably damn near equal, but one has a better team, so he gets looked at as better. I don't think that's fair.
Well, okay, but what is greatness? Greatness is being great when great is required of you.
But the thing is, you could be as great as you want to, but if your team can't support you, it don't matter.
No,
and we've seen this countless times for Matt Ryan.
Which is true, but okay, so the 49ers NFC Championship game, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do kind of put that on Matt because you threw 2 picks in that game.
Yeah, they put the Super Bowl on him, and Matt Ryan played flawless.
Matt Ryan played amazing in the Super Bowl. There's nothing,
and they still put that on him.
I don't feel like they put that on him. They do. It's everybody.
I've gotten more arguments than I care to talk about Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl. He choked. He's a choke artist. He ain't never gonna be as good as Vic.
Okay, that's crazy. No, I feel like if you're being objective, Matt Ryan played amazing in that Super Bowl, and me personally, I don't put that on him at all. Like when I'm viewing it, I don't put that on him at all. The NFC Championship game versus 49ers, I do kind of put that on you, which is why I kind of put that knock on Dan Marino, because you consistently lost to the Bills and the Oilers. Whereas John Elway, same conference, around like drafted in the same year, was able to consistently get the Super Bowls because he was a good playoff performer.
But see, here's the thing. Marino, he had an okay team. John had Shanahan.
John had Shanahan the last 5 years of his career. Before that, he had Dan Reeves.
Did he? How many bowls did he win before that though?
But how many get to?
I don't care what you got to. How many you win? We don't talk about losers.
God. Here we go with this. So now we discount winning. Because like you swear by Josh Allen, the nigga ain't never even been to the Super Bowl.
I don't swear by Josh Allen.
That's what started this whole conversation.
I swear by no. The whole thing is I said that Josh Allen, it basically is Brett Favre. That's not swearing by.
Okay, Brett Favre been to 2 Super Bowls. Brett Favre been to 2 Super Bowls and won 1 and Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen ain't did that. So what are we talking about?
The thing is, Brett Favre didn't do that shit by himself. Stop acting like these quarterbacks do this shit by themselves.
Here we go. So we're discounting winning. We're discounting.
No, I'm not discounting winning. I'm just saying you love to throw in this quarterback win shit when that shit ain't got nothing to do. I remember I got in an argument with somebody maybe 2 months ago. We were having a
Super Bowl MVP.
Let me finish my thought. I'm not done. I got in a debate with someone about a month ago about who's better between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has cleared him in every single stat, and he said Josh Allen's better. The only reason why? Oh, he won in the playoffs. Does that make him better?
Not unilaterally. Now, that's an interesting conversation for me, right? Personally, I think Lamar is better. He has the accolades. He has the stats. If we look, but the point of the game is to win. Lamar has had amazing teams, and his play has directly resulted in his team losing in those playoff games, whereas Josh's play has directly benefited to his teams winning in playoff games. So, like, that is a tick that you have to put in the stance, is that does your performance lead to winning? Because you get if you have all the stats in the world and it doesn't lead to winning, then it's for naught based upon like you play to win the game. So like they've played head to head. He's won. He's gone further in the playoffs multiple years. For me, I still put Lamar over him, but it's splitting hairs. And honestly, I can't blame people for saying like, yeah, he's better. Now, I won't say Burrow's better than either one of them anymore. Because like,
he's the only one to been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, 1 year though. He's been to one Super Bowl. He's been to one Super Bowl. He's been to one AFC Championship game. Right? Since then. He's been to one AFC Championship game. Josh has been to two since then.
Man, he never got past it though.
He never got past it, but he's been to two AFC Championship games, and his team has never missed the playoffs. Whereas Joe's team has missed the playoffs 3 years.
Oh, so we just count winning?
It's not. I'm putting a premium on winning.
One made a Super Bowl, the other two didn't.
I'm putting a premium on winning. You have one Super Bowl appearance. I can't discount everything else. I can't discount everything else.
They ain't got none.
Yeah. So look, that holds a lot of weight, right? But like, you don't put Boomer Esiason in front of.
But see, here's the thing with Burrow.
Russell Wilson.
Burrow's supporting cast ain't as good as theirs.
On the defensive end, maybe. Okay, cool.
Defensive, all he got is two receivers. The O-line, shit. Run game, shit. Defense, shit.
He's got three receivers.
Who the third receiver?
Starts with an A. I forgot his name.
You can't even. You exactly. I forgot.
He went for like 800 yards last year.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. It's T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I don't care about the three.
Oh my god,
bro! When you think a big old receiver, you think of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, not no Andre, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, but like
that's it. He got no O-line. He got no run game.
You miss him because he doesn't fit your narrative.
What?
And if we're going to talk about that,
what am I dismissing?
Oh, the fact that like, no, you didn't dismiss it. You didn't dismiss it. I'm just saying he had like, what was it, almost 5,000 yards last year. Cool, right? It didn't translate to winning. It did not translate to winning. So like, how can I put you ahead?
We're talking about Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's in shootouts because look, as a quarterback, if you're scoring 40 fucking points, what the fuck is you want him to do?
Okay, take the Ravens game. Did he or did he not have the back ceiling pick, the back breaking pick? I think both times they played the Ravens. Like sometimes it is, yes, you can have a great performance, but it's your performance that leads to a loss. And it does not translate to winning. It is what it is.
The thing is, if Burrow's team made the playoffs, he wins the MVP. That's how good he was last year.
I think Burrow had an amazing season.
He had his best year, and it went all for nothing because he didn't have a run game or a defense. This is Lamar's first year in his career without a defense.
It is, and he's struggling to win.
Josh Allen always had a defense.
No.
The defense has been, he didn't always have the offense together, but since that coach been there, because they've been there pretty much together. Since they've been there, that defense has been good.
He was a year ahead of him, and they struggled on defense a couple years.
That defense was always ahead of the offense.
Ahead of the offense.
Because the thing is, it's like the Jet situation. The defense was good, but the offense is so bad that you can't tell.
Which is another conversation we get into. But you know what? So look, when we did upset, we were at like 16 minutes. And
I know. We went on a tangent. Yeah.
We got to get to 30 so we can make sure we monetize the video. And I was really worried about it. We're at 40. We've gone way over. Yeah, guys, this is what we do. We randomly rant and rave about stuff like this, and we will probably go on a tangent again at some point in the season.
And no, probably we will.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I promise this was the betting pod. It was a betting pod.
It's a
football, but we had no Falcons game. Yeah, we ain't had no Falcons game this week. So appreciate you guys. Follow us at BOAF Media on all social platforms. Hit the DMs. We'll always answer your questions, shout you out on the show. Any topics you want us to cover, let us know. We'll make sure to go through it on the show. We will tighten it up. We should be going live at 10 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Central, Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday for the show, Wednesday for the betting pod. And then right after the games for the React Live, about usually times like 30 minutes to an hour after the game. Yeah, hit the bell so you'll know when we go live. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's been your boy Q City.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
And we out.
Peace.